Eventually, this band was just an idea that a buddy of mine had for an FFA talent show. We thought, hey, you know what? Let's skip some class. Let's play some music. What's better than that? So we did the talent show thing, and once that wrapped up, we thought, hey, this is pretty cool. Good stuff. Let's keep it going. And called Bro, and he learned the bass. After time, he became our front man. Picked Justin up on the lead guitar, not too long after.
And a little farther down the line, they got rid of, Travis's buddy or whatever, and that's where Callahan Divide was, as a three-piece. And they went through a couple members, and eventually I come in the picture, and it's been life-changing since then.
You can turn it all into sand and throw it in my eyes. Just don't.
Happy's probably the coolest song ever. It's a relationship song that we've never written a relationship song like this.
It's a pissed off song. It's aggressive, it's mean, and it's a heartbreak song from another standpoint.
It was well written. My brother Colton, he wrote it, and every time I hear it, it just kind of pumps me up.
The song carries its own energy, so that's the great thing about it. And I think when we play it live, people capture that too. And there's certain parts of that song where people can sing along, people can dance with us, and it's just a great thing.
Makes you happy. And I'll cut and run.
Cut and Run. That's just an in-your-face type of rock song. It's kind of got a 90s feel to it. At first when it starts off, you're like, kind of sounds like Arabian Nights or something, but then it just cut and run and bam! It's just in your face. It's just such a great song. I love to play that song, the lead. The guys were just like, go for it on the guitar, and I was like, all right. So I went for it, and it turned out to be my favorite song on the album, so I love it.
She's not even mine, and I'll be gone before the light sweeps into the bedroom and she opens her eyes, and I'll cut and run.
When the dust settles in this sleepy little town, I'll be chasing the sun and hoping it don't fall down on me.
Pirate, that's another tune I wrote with my friend Lynn Pierce, great songwriter, and I come to his house to write, and I told him I had this idea. We were eating supper or whatever we were doing before we were going to get together and write, and he was like, well, lay it on me. I have this idea of a homeless man wanting to be a pirate, and of course he chuckled.
One of my favorite parts about this song is going in the practice room every week, and Garrett pitched the idea of the song, and every week we came up with something cooler to make the song much bigger than it was. It's one of Garrett's favorite songs, and it turned out to be one of my favorite songs by the end of the album.
Still living here on these streets, and I wish I was a pirate.
Cast Me Away is the coolest song ever. That's the coolest one. Because it's got the feel of the song, like right when you first hear it, when the bass line comes in, you're like, this is going to be a good song to listen to.
Cast Me Away, a song written by Garrett. He presented that to us at rehearsal one day, and we thought we had our 5 songs figured out for the EP until we heard that one. And we moved some stuff around because that just really went really well with what we had going already.
I don't know how to express my feelings, but I can damn sure write a man's song.
Yeah. White Rock Lady is probably my favorite track on this album. It's basically something we've never done before. it's just rock and roll. We just rocked out on it, and it was just balls to the wall.
A lot of people tell us that we're really lively anyway, but when we throw that song down, it definitely just raises from like here to here. It's crazy.
I was more than happy, and she knew she had me when she knew my face. Yeah, grab a hold of me, baby, and take me for another round. Ooh, she my white brown lady, and I ain't ever coming down. Yeah.
Studio is unbelievable. I've got the chance to work in multiple studios in a few select states here and there, and that's by far probably the best studio I got to work in, and the best atmosphere, and it was ran very well and professionally. And you walk into Cisco, Texas, you're not going to expect to see a multi-million-dollar studio just sitting in your lap. So it was a lot of fun to get to do that.
7 Pillar Studio is the nicest building I've ever walked into, period.
It was such a cool experience. It had the best gear you could use, top engineer you could ever want, so it was a great place.
Tim Kimsey, when I looked up his resume and heard about him, I couldn't believe we were getting someone of that caliber to engineer that album.
Another thing I really noticed was Kolbe and Tim worked so well together. Like, I haven't really seen anybody work that well as far as being in a recording studio, so they definitely had the job cut out for them, and they did great on it.
Yeah, grab a hold of me, baby, and take me for another round. Ooh, she my white brown lady, and I ain't ever coming down. Say, I ain't coming down.
About this is an EP. It's the third studio project we've done. However, this EP we approached totally different than anything else that we've recorded thus far. We wanted to really capture the live essence sound that we deliver every weekend.
This album, by far, I'm more proud of this project than I am in anything else I've done musically.
Kolbe Elston is he's a great guy, and he's a great producer. We got him to produce this album. And knowingly, when we got him to come in to do this, we knew that he had an ear for live sound.
Oh yeah, pre-production for this album, we worked a lot on that, and he was there for our rehearsals, and he put in his input, we listened, and and it just worked out great. We got along so well, and he was a pleasure to work with.
It's, if you were to ask an old sailor what that term means, they would say it's to, turn the ship against the wind. And, that's what we're trying to do with this thing.
Yeah, we want to make a statement with this album. This is Callahan Divide. This is who we are. This is our sound.